just trying to think of like if there's something better that could be done that's like different. Everybody's heard that example of like, if you stopped your coffee spend, you could have had, that's $1,000 a year. That could have been $2,000 if you invested in 7 years. Think about if you did that every year. That'd be like. So changing behaviors. If you think about really the goal of that is to find a way to positively change financial behaviors for individuals so that they start, acting on some of the advice and they actually start becoming better financially, as opposed to just being told what to do, forgetting about it, and then us just being another avenue for them just to get information, but they don't actually act on it or actually change themselves in a positive way. And I think that trying to solve that is the bigger challenge.
It's saving you $90 a month, which is $1,100 and change a year. $1,100, and if you're able to save just in that little sliver of your budget, $1,100 a year, you can allocate that to other places. If it's savings, investments, your new home, whatever it is, and that gives you more financial independence.
How do I cut that out of my budget?
By discipline.
How do I create discipline? I think it sounds great, Walt. I love what you're saying. Keep it up. Come back next month. I love what you're saying. Hey Jimmy, you want to go to Starbucks right now? Hey, how do you help them? Everybody tells every financial advisor says, cut this out of your budget, cut this out of your budget, cut this out of your budget. Just like we talked about yesterday, the hardest part is the execution of following through. Can you give me, Walt, can you give me something, a way to help me start changing my behavior that's unique from anything I've heard before? There's multiple ways of how we do this, and I said it just before, it's the platform, but it's also the communication. It's the way that we communicate with them and help them see the progress and the benefits that they're getting from the platform. Now, if you go and tell the user, just go manage your credit card debt better, they're gonna be like, well, what the does that mean? And so what we're trying to do is say, hey, we're going to identify the behavior for you, and then we're going to start putting the small pieces in place to show you that you're actually getting better. Yeah, the other way to have this conversation as well is that, all right, you want us to go to the beach, great, I love that, let's save for that. Let's not cut out coffee, let's just save for the beach. Turn the conversation. People don't want to be told not to do something.
True.
Right? So how do you change the conversation to where you tell them, I'm going to help you do something you want to do?
Correct.
And I'm just going to help you do that by changing the behavior, by focusing on that end goal, which is the beach. Go into your phone right now and automate $15 a week into your savings, and now match your spending on Starbucks. Keep going to Starbucks, bro. Great. But I'm going to have $15 a week automatically withdrawn out of your checking account into your savings account, and we're going to now match your coffee spend, because that's going to go towards and allow us to get towards that beach sooner. So it's like you're not telling them not to do something, because they're going to probably close you off. When you're like, just think about the psychology of that. Someone tells you no, you're going to be like, yeah, I'm not listening to you anymore. So it's like, all right, that's great. Like, continue doing that. Now let's do this other thing, because this other thing, we just use coffee as an example, is going to help you save for the beach. So I agree. I think that's a good example. And that's, if you can think creatively on the spot with them, then people are going to be more prone to listen to what you have to say next, because they're like, oh, he's not telling me the same things. He's like, he just asked me where I want to go, and he's going to help me do that while I still spend for coffee. He just gave me an idea that's different.
Yep.
It's the same as what everybody else says, but it's a different approach to how you get there. Yep. Financial advisors are just as good as the advice that they give, right? They can't go, and the problem that we face as financial advisors is that we give all this advice, but it's up to the user to actually execute on that, to really implement the full effectiveness of that advice that we wanted to give them. We are actually able to change behaviors, not because we can pick stocks better than anybody else or anything of that nature, but because our technology is more engaging and more insightful than anything out there, and it removes barriers a lot more efficiently than any other platform that's out there today.
Hi, I'm Alex, the Senior Software Engineer at Wela. Please like and subscribe for new videos every week.